Yeah, well, thanks, Sam. I appreciate the opportunity to be on with everybody tonight. Want to thank Steve Hogan, the committee, all the staff, the volunteers, everybody that makes this amazing VRBO Citrus Bowl a special event. And we are ecstatic to bring the Cats back to Orlando. You know, it does. It seems like yesterday that we spoke, and we've been like, you know, in a wind tunnel since then. And just so proud of our players, our staff, everybody associated with our program, to go COVID-free through the whole regular season, to be Big Ten West Division champs. We fought and scratched last night. You know, we didn't make the plays we needed to make down the stretch in the fourth quarter to be Big Ten champions. But to have the opportunity to represent the Big Ten in Orlando, we are ecstatic and can't wait to be down there next week.
Coach, we'll open this up for media here in a second. If you're not familiar with the routine, we will ask you to use the raise hand function to let us know you want to ask a question. Then we'll bring you on. It'll be audio only, no video, and we will ask you to identify your name and outlet before you start your question. We've got our first from Drew Schott. Drew, if you can unmute and you be on your way.
Hi, Coach. Can you hear me okay?
I got you, Drew. Good evening, buddy.
Good evening. So the last time you played Auburn, 2010 Outback Bowl shootout, 38-35 in overtime. What do you remember about that game? And do you have any takeaways that still resonate with you today?
Well, I'm a lot older now, so I try to, all the negatives are gone. They've all went out one ear, and only the great memories. Drake Dunsmore's amazing catch and run up the sideline. Just amazing performances by so many of our players. I think Kafka broke a bunch of records that day, if I'm not mistaken. We needed a big turnover. We created one, had an opportunity to win in regulation. Didn't work out, and then got to overtime, had some crazy things happen, and then we ended up a little bit short. But great respect for the Auburn program. I'm very sorry to hear about my good friend Gus Malzahn. We got to know each other very well as Under Armour family members. So that's tough in our profession from one coach to another, but I know they'll be well coached. We'll get to know them very well over the next 72 hours as a coaching staff. But just look at the record and their initial stats, explosive, and we're going to definitely have a challenge. No question about that.
Next question will be from Andrew Golden. Andrew, if you can unmute and go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Andrew from the Daily Northwestern. A lot of teams have opted out of the bowl games for a variety of reasons. Was there any discussion amongst your players and coaches about not playing, and then why did you ultimately decide to play?
Andrew, there was absolutely zero discussion within our football program whether or not we're going to represent the Big Ten in the postseason. We just played in the Big Ten championship, brother. Listen, we're ranked in the top 25. If we don't, make mistakes, we could be sitting here undefeated right now. And it's not to discredit Michigan State, which, by the way, we got a big basketball game tonight against Sparty. So cheer on Coach Collins and those guys. And then obviously last night against a team in the Final Four that we were battling our hearts out and ended up on the short end. So our guys are excited to play. We've got a lot to play for. We've won 3 straight bowl games. We've got a ton of respect for the Auburn program. And, it's sent our seniors out, a lot of things. Obviously, Coach Hank going for win number 400. There's so many things. But most importantly, I'm excited for our fans. It's been family, only family again yesterday at the Big Ten Championship. And now to be able to go down to Orlando and have, I think, 10,000 fans. It'll be great to be playing in front of fans, and especially for our fans in the state of Florida that have supported us so well in our previous bowl experiences in the great state of Florida. We're excited to go down there. And then for our players from Florida and from the Southeast, man, am I stoked up for them and for their parents. So I don't know if you could tell there, buddy, but we're excited, man. I can't wait to get the film prep going. Can't wait to get our team prepared to play an outstanding team and go compete. I mean, we didn't think we were going to have a Big Ten season. And if you were to told me we were going to have an opportunity to go to the VRBO Citrus Bowl at the end of the year when we started our conversation a couple weeks ago, Sam, I would have said, I'll sign up twice. So heck yeah, we're fired up to go, brother.
Thanks, Coach.
Coach, we've got another question from the Daily Northwestern from Ella Brockway. Ella, you can go ahead and unmute whenever you're ready.
Hi, Coach. Ella Brockway from the Daily. Kind of what were your impressions following along with the college football world today as, like you mentioned, Ohio State made it into the Final Four and kind of every other decision that got made?
I have absolutely no idea what happened, Ella. I've been in meetings all day. We're kind of losers as coaches. You have a tough loss last night. You get home, you watch the tape. We got a lot of things we got to fix and we got to correct. We're with the guys here right now. We just started meetings, and we're going to put yesterday's game to bed here today. I'm going to give the guys a couple days off, and then we'll get back to practice Wednesday and Thursday. We'll have a Christmas meal on Friday together and be off, and then Saturday we'll practice and then get into a normal game week. But in all honesty, I think the Buckeyes earned it. You win our conference, you win a conference championship. In my humble opinion, you deserve the privilege to play for the national championship. And, the big picture, the macro stuff, I'm not smart enough to figure all that out. But I'll tell you what, that team we played yesterday was incredibly talented. And I believe they're deserving to be in the Final Four. But the rest of the stuff, I have no idea. I'm sure I'll get caught up to speed here in the next couple hours. Anything you want me to chime in on, Ella? You want to educate me on?
I mean, I think one of the big questions is Indiana not making it to a New Year's Six Bowl, and kind of the conversation around some of the group of 5 schools as well.
Well, I can't speak for the Hoosiers. Tom's a great friend, and they had an amazing season, and really happy for him and his staff and his program for him being Big Ten head coach of the year, because there's no doubt that he deserved it. And, I think from our standpoint, we believe we've earned it. We're divisional champs. I think we showed what we're made of as a team yesterday against a team competing in the Final Four. And, for them, I'm sure Tom will have plenty of things to say and let that go. But there's a lot of great group of 5 teams and a lot of very talented players in the group of 5. And, the way the structure is set up right now, it's really set up for strength of schedule. It's set up for different data points. And I think when you get the human element in there, being conference champions, I think really kind of skews some things a little bit. But for the undefeated teams, it's tough. For the teams with blemishes on the record, if you got a complaint, win games. It's like there's no complaints coming from this guy. I mean, we wanted to be in the Final Four. We should have won, and we didn't. But I think the way we've played, we've earned the privilege to be in the VRBO Citrus Bowl, and that's what I'm most excited about.
Thanks, Coach. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Ella. I think we get to pick our uniform, so have fun with it. Hit up RCB.
Coach, our next question is going to come from Matt Marshall of the Orlando Sentinel here in town. Matt, go ahead whenever you're ready.
Yeah. Hey, Pat, this isn't going to be the usual bowl type of setup where you get to come down here and do a lot of activities and have fun with the players. Do you plan on doing anything maybe to kind of help them out, maybe get a little bit of fun over the next couple of weeks before you guys really settle on and get ready for this game?
Yeah, Matt, I was stoked to come see the mouse like our guys were, and head over to Universal and take in all the sights. But we'll figure something out. My plan right now is tomorrow and Tuesday to have some shenanigans around our facility for our guys, have some fun for them. We're going to be off the field, let them recover, but we're going to have some fun with our golf coaches tomorrow in our beautiful Ryan Fieldhouse. And have some fun with that. And then, I don't know, maybe some laser tag or something on Wilson Field in the indoor and do something fun. We usually have a bowl week Chicago. Our typical experience here is I'll take the guys to a Bulls game or a Blackhawks game. We'll then do just a meat fest somewhere where the guys we'll take them to some great restaurant in Chicago and the guys will get after it. And then we've typically gone down to Catholic Charities and fed the patrons at Catholic Charities, and then maybe done a concert here or there. It depends on but obviously with the pandemic, those things are all out the window, and we're going to err on the side of caution and safety. And like I said earlier, to be COVID-free the whole year, I'm really proud of our guys. So we'll get down. I think we'll be able to have a welcome event and then maybe one event there in Orlando. And then my plan is I'll do 5 events this winter quarter and spring quarter. Once I think everybody gets the vaccine and things open up here around Chicagoland, I'll probably take the guys to a Cubs game and get a rooftop I'll take them down to the south side where I'm from and go watch the White Sox, who I think had a chance to be ridiculous this year. Not that I'm biased or anything. And then, I don't know, we'll probably do a luau or something on our beach here on the shores of Lake Michigan this summer. We'll do some fun stuff, but that's what college football is all about, man. Having fun, enjoying the heck out of this. And especially for our seniors, I'm going to try to do some things in the off season to let them enjoy the fruits of their sacrifice and dedication this year. So just really proud of those guys. So I want to make sure they have a bowl experience to just be unique this year.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Appreciate you, buddy. Excited to be coming down.
Coach, we've got time for a couple more questions. Next one's from Jack Leto of NNN. Jack, if you can go ahead and unmute, go whenever you're ready.
Sure. Hey, Coach Fitzgerald. Thanks for chatting with us this evening. You may have actually answered this question earlier, so I just wanted to get specific. I know it's a quick turnaround, but have any specific particular players told you if they're opting out of the bowl games? And I'm sure, of course, you'll respect those decisions.
Yeah, Jack. Even if they did, I wouldn't tell you, but thanks for the question. I greatly appreciate it.
No problem, Coach.
Coach, we've got Jason Caldwell next from Auburn 24/7. Jason, go ahead and unmute when you're ready.
Yeah, Coach, in this day and age of the offense is dominating, what has it been about your defense that's allowed you guys to be so good this year? You guys have been really good compared to most teams this season.
Well, Jason, it starts with Mike Hankwitz, our amazing defensive coordinator. He's announced his retirement here. This will be his last college game, and he's got 399 wins. So this would be a really special one for our program and obviously for Hank. He's a coach's coach. He's just been, you look at, my head coaching career here and our success. I mean, Mike Hankwitz is in the DNA, the fabric, the architect, take whatever you want to say. And I'm just so grateful for him. I'm so grateful for his amazing wife, Kathy, great son, Jake, his entire family. He's done a great job coaching our players, developing each and every one of them. Same thing with our staff. Where he's at his best is just talking ball. He's just an amazing teacher of the game of football. It's funny when I bring up ideas back when he first got here, he's got that great, well, Fitz, I did that back with Bo and, it's just like, my gosh, this guy's like a walking college football encyclopedia. So it starts and ends with Hank. And then we've got great players, man. I mean, our guys play for each other. They just give everything that they've got for each other. And I think that's why we've been able to be pretty darn consistent, not only this year, but throughout Hank's entire tenure. There's ebb and flow. There's ups and downs. We had some of that yesterday, and, it's going to happen when you play a Final Four team. But, he's just been so special, and I'm just so thankful for him.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Jason. I appreciate you, man.
Coach, before we let go, we got one more from Shannon Ryan of the Chicago Tribune. Shannon, you can go ahead when you're ready.
So Pat, just in the kind of grand scheme of things, when you look at, there was that long streak of not winning bowl games dating back to the 40s, and just now you're going for the fourth bowl win in a row, what that means to the program and maybe, your feelings on what it took to get it to this solid ground.
Yeah, Shannon, good evening. It took a lot of work. It took a lot of great players sacrificing. It took a staff that was dedicated to getting that monkey off our back, so to speak. And, I think there's different breakthroughs for teams, different breakthroughs for programs. And that was kind of one of the last negatives about our program, that every time there was a narrative, a story, or anything written about the program, they've had success, but they can't win this and they can't do that. And you just, in a program like ours that, and I'd be remiss, I got so many amazing emails and text messages yesterday after the game from our players that were here in the 70s, 80s, and early 90s, and we stand upon their shoulders. I mean, it was tough times around here, and the support that we've had from our great president, Morty Shapiro, and our board of trustees, and the best director of athletics, and Jim Phillips, who's now moving onto an amazing role with the ACC as their commissioner. It happens because of people, and it happens because of that type of support. And it happens because of amazing staff, but unbelievable players. And, I think back to all those groups that we were close and we couldn't get over it, that, this Auburn game was one of them that we played back our last time we competed against each other. Man, what a hard fought game. And, you walk in that locker room being a yard and a half short, and you look at those seniors, and it just rips your hair out. So I think logical steps for programs, and that was one that we needed to get done. And to get 3 in a row now, to change that narrative, to be a consistent winner. We play great teams. It seems like every bowl game we play in, we play great teams. We're typically not favored in the games, and I'm sure this will be something the same. And it's going to be a great challenge against a very talented Auburn team that, from my vantage point, looking at them, I think they were ranked as high as number 8 in the country earlier. And they'll talk to you about their talent, their coaching, and their scheme. So we got a lot to learn about them, but from afar, I'm obviously very impressed.
Thanks a lot and good luck.
Yeah. Thanks, Shannon. Thank you. Thanks for covering us all year.
Coach, thank you for your time. We appreciate you making a little bit this afternoon. We've had you as a player down here, and now we're going to have a chance to have you as a coach, and we'll look forward to seeing you in Orlando soon. Yeah, Sam, that was the neck roll generation. So it's been too long. We're honored and we're fired up to be coming back to Orlando to be in the VRBO Citrus Bowl. And I'd like to say this to all the great frontline medical providers in the Orlando area. We are so thankful for you. I've said that at every press conference here in Chicago. This pandemic is real. We understand what you're going through. We lift you up in our thoughts and prayers. And to everyone on this call, we're honored to represent the Big Ten. Thank you for selecting us. We feel privileged and honored. And Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Thanks a lot. Go Cats.